Hello and welcome to the ancient city of Murcia. We camped on an air about 30 minutes walk away from the town, and we're going to make our way into there now. Now this walk's not for night time. It is through quite a deprived area, so we don't advise that you do it at night, but walk through during the daytime.
What's going off, H?
I'm not entirely sure. There's obviously either some art display, or it looks like something that the local council are doing, but there's a band. There seems to be plenty of people around, so yeah, I need to try and work it out, so interesting.
Yeah.
Christmas decorations are up, there's jingle bells, there's a gingerbread house, and there's a really good Christmas tree as well. I love it, it's fantastic. We've been to Murcia a few times, and these gardens just in front of in here are always stunning. Every time of year there's different colours, different plants, and it always looks really beautiful. And in front of it there's quite a nice cafe to have a coffee as well.
We don't know who this is, do we?
Paco Rabanne.
All right.
Not entirely sure who Paco Rabanne is, but...
Sounds very much like somebody who makes perfume, but I don't think it is him. What we do know is that it looks like he might be from Barnsley.
Wait a minute.
Because he's got a flat cap on and a pigeon on his shoulder.
He was the president of the region of Murcia.
Was he?
Yes, doesn't say when, but he was, apparently.
When he moved here from Barnsley?
Yeah.
The theatre. The Roman theatre, in fact. Teatro di Roma. I'm sure I haven't said that right, but it's impressive. This is a lovely square.
We're shooting this on the 2nd of December. Check out the Christmas decorations on this bank.
And the orange trees outside as well. Marvellous. Yeah, the Christmas decorations are starting to appear. Very nice shops down here. Boutiques and jewellers. It's a smart place, is Murcia.
Don't think it's quite suitable for van life, to be honest.
I don't know, I think
It might be a bit overdressed.
I think you can make van life anything you want to be. Murcia is a city of art, colour and music. And everywhere you walk, there are talented musicians, singers and instrument players playing on street corners. Emitting this marvellous music that's never very far from your ears. And towards the end of this session in this play, we came across a dancing troupe. They were very special because there were a team of adults living with Down syndrome who danced superbly and entertained everybody and really demonstrated their skills for everybody to see. After a long day, we were back to the air for a quick change round. Anybody who follows us regularly knows that we don't stay long in bed. We get up early in the morning and we're out again. First thing, cracker sparrows, back out just before daybreak and into the city. It's a nice air this, well appointed. Veronica, who runs it, speaks enough good English to make herself understood. It's very clean and it's a good place to stay. Some very nice buildings in the town centre, or the city centre even. Very nice. And a very nice cafe. We'll walk around the front and go to our regular spot.
we sat in the Plaza de Cardinal Beluga in Murcia, and we're at the Valor Chocolate Cafe. Now, if you've watched our previous vlogs, you'll know that I've been to the Valor Chocolate Museum. We'll put a card in here so you can check it out if not. So I thought it would actually be rude not to try the churros and the hot chocolate. So it's purely for sort of customer, I don't know, checking it out.
Can I just ask, is it share or no share?
It's no share.
Situation normal. So, decision time. Is it nicer than the churros we had in the churros houses in Madrid? Is it that good? Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Spain's still a fairly religious country, and the churches are full this morning because it's Saturday morning with both weddings and christenings. Big family occasions, everybody's dressed up very smart. It's really quite impressive, really. This is a christening that's just been taking place at in the cathedral. Not meant to intrude on anybody's privacy, but you can get a sense of people gathering outside now after the event. And that is the main clock tower. Now we're walking down the Calle Draperia, which is the home of the Real Casino de Murcia Society on the right hand side. And we're not going to go this time because we have been a couple of times before, but you shouldn't visit really without going into this place. It is something else. It's been running since 1847 and there's a dress code to get in, which basically says you've got to be smartly dressed. Well, in actual fact, translation means well groomed. Tracksuits, running shoes, etc., not permitted. But inside there are a numerous different rooms which are really quite interesting to look at. Now, I mentioned earlier that like all cities, Murcia's got a deprived area, but it also is a very wealthy city, and you can see that when you're looking at the Christmas markets here. All very substantial stalls selling quality goods, designed really at a reasonably wealthy society and a reasonably wealthy population. It'll be different to the Christmas markets of Europe. There's no glühwein and alcohol on sale, but the booths just go on and on and on and on. It's really quite impressive, and the choice is amazing. You get one for the van? Yeah. You think? Yeah. I mentioned earlier on that most of the churches and cathedrals were set aside for weddings and for christenings and other family events. Well, we got a bit of a sneak preview towards the end of the day. These churches were beautifully turned out, flowers, lights, just amazing places. Spanish churches and Portuguese churches, for that matter, are well worth seeing, particularly if you like looking like churches like we do. But everything about them was absolutely awesome. And of course the cathedral itself is quite amazing. It stands proud, dominates the skyline as you're approaching the city. The outside of it's a Baroque style, but inside is very much Gothic in design. That's because of several rebuilds and a fire that wiped it out significantly in 1845 that caused a rebuild. But it's a lovely place, very serene, very peaceful, and clearly very popular with the faithful. Its bell tower is 90 metres high, and that was built between 1521 and 1791. Even if you're not religious, these churches are a statement of past and a reflection of society's progress. Well, that was a good few days.
Great few days, loved it.
It's a great place, this historic Murcia. And this air we're on is pretty good, actually. The only thing that I think I'd have to say is that in the past, we've been to Murcia. This is probably about our third or fourth time.
At least, yeah.
And it never disappoints in the city. It's a wonderful place to be. We've always come in by train, which deposits you right in the city, and it's a nice walk from the train station into the historic capital. From here, it's about a 25-minute walk, which is fine. It's flat and there's no difficulty there, but it takes you through, shall we say, an interesting area. I certainly wouldn't want to think that we were recommending it for people to walk through at night. You can see, so we just say that all life is there and leave it at that. And you do wonder where, spidey sense was tingling a little bit in places, and you wouldn't want to do it at night, would you?
Definitely not, no.
So we it's one of those funny things. We could recommend the air as the air is.
Very
we could
much
recommend
so.
the city, definitely.
Yeah.
But the route from the air into city, it's okay, and certainly probably better if you were cycling it in, because you'd obviously zip through a bit quicker.
Cycling our scooters, I think.
Scooters,
would be fine.
yeah, absolutely. But interesting. Maybe we're being overcautious, but we'd want to be very careful about recommending things, and so we'd leave that at that with you. But otherwise, a great thing. So we're moving on. Martin out.
Helen out.